back again to Zini's Corner. I just want to use this opportunity to say thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to this channel. If you're seeing this for the first time, my name is Ezine. I am a Nigerian YouTuber based in Canada. I often talk about personal and career development and all that fun stuff in between. My very first video, I spoke about why you shouldn't put your salary or your salary expectations on your LinkedIn, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who watched. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much, and if you're coming here for the first time, you are welcome. Please consider subscribing and sticking around because I am sure you'll find it super impactful here. Having said that, let's move on to the topic of today's episode: why you should choose the boring life. Now, notice I said boring. I am putting boring in this parenthesis because I'm not exactly talking about boring. Oftentimes, what people refer as boring is safe. And just a quick disclaimer before I continue, this video is not intended to judge, bash, or condemn any form of entertainment or fun that people engage in to distress or just unwind. No, absolutely not. It is okay to have fun within a reasonable measure, within a reasonable standard. This video is only just about to show you the difference between being assumed boring because you're living a certain standard of life and being actually boring because you just want to dwell in sorrow. That's boring. But no, have you ever noticed that when what people call boring, it could be a boring person, a boring product, a boring company, a boring organization, or a boring guy or a boring girl? Oftentimes, when people refer something or assume something to be boring, when you ask them what they mean, what their definition of boring is, it's oftentimes tilt towards a person who acts safe, who is not reckless, or um, someone who is mundane with their spending or their habits. I will give you a practical example. A 30-year-old person who is not living a life of constant partying or doing drugs or being reckless with their health or being reckless with their relationship, regardless of gender, or being reckless with their finance, oftentimes people will assume, oh, that person is boring. But a healthy life, 40 or 50 years down the line, or 60 years down the line, or even 90 years down the line when you're older, a boring life, that healthy, supposedly boring life, would help you. Or you see the companies, people say, oh, that company is boring. Oftentimes when you ask them, okay, what do you mean boring? It's maybe that company is not spending recklessly on their ads or putting out extravagant media content everywhere. They are probably just keeping it within what they know they can do and what they can contain. Or you find students who someone says, oh, that person is boring. It's often the people who are going to class every day, like they're in front seat, they are paying attention, they are not missing lectures, they are doing their assignments. Those are the people that are assumed to be boring. Now, you can be assumed to be boring, but you are not exactly boring. By not being exactly boring according to people's assumed boring standard. Point two, boring is durable. What do I mean by durable? Something that lasts longer. Example again, as a student, I like giving this practical example so that people, if you're watching this video, you can try to relate to these examples. You can kind of see yourself in these examples. For example, again, when I say durable, in terms of, let's say you're a student, is the students who read, who do their assignments, who go to class, that will be sustained throughout their academic years in school and graduate. those are the students who would be durable in that, however amount of years their course entails. Those are the students who would make it through that, that those amounts of years and graduate. Of course, that's durability. They've lasted as long as it took them to go through the four walls of education and graduate. In terms of, let's say, organization or product or in your business, it's that boring business that would last because you're not spending frivolously on irrelevant things. You're you're keeping it within, there's often this word they say, no do pass yourself. You're keeping it within what you know that is visible to your business. But to somebody else, your business is boring. Third point, boring can be dependable. Once you have, if you meet people who are disciplined, who have taken certain measures in their life, they are dependable. For example, the person who is not spending recklessly, they are the person who who have money for rainy days. They are the people who, when when a need arises for something, they are there because they are they are sane, they are in their right state of mind, they are in their right financial state, and these are the people that you can call upon to help you do something, to help you figure out something, to help you move from point A to point B. And often than not, they always have something to bring to the table. Those are the kind of people that would give you the best advice because they are dependable. So, in a nutshell, it's okay to be termed boring as long as within you are very objective to know that this is where you're putting it. Remember, this, like I said earlier, this is where you're putting your focus, this is where you're putting your resources, this is where you're putting your time. So it's okay to be boring. And again, this video is not to say don't have some kind of fun in your life. No, this is just to tell you that so oftentimes what people term boring are safe. Boring can be safe. Boring is dependable. Boring is reliable. And that's okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So, if you found this topic interesting, let me know if you've ever been called boring. Please feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. If anybody have ever said you're boring, people have said a lot of times, oh, you can be boring. That's okay. But I just know within myself that I am far from boring, like very far from boring. But that's okay. Please do let me know if you've ever been called boring, maybe at work, because you're very diligent, you're the one who tries to, finish your work on time and just go home, or you've been called boring as a student because you're going for your lectures, you're trying to do your assignments, you're just trying to stay sane in school, or you've even been called boring because you're not partying every Monday to Friday, or you're not spending recklessly, or you're not jumping from one relationship to the another as a man or as a woman, and that's absolutely fine. You get to that stage in life, just get comfortable with, yes, I am boring. Don't do pass yourself. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this topic, please do not forget to give us a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed. Stick around, and like I said, it's all about leveling up here. See you again in my next episode. Peace and light.